Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how I use these Revit views or these Revit views to export it to be able to modify it further in AutoCAD. Now Revit has a different flow, a workflow than AutoCAD obviously, because Revit is a different program, even though it is also from Autodesk. Revit still uses a different way to make your drawings than AutoCAD. So instead of getting into how Revit work precisely, because in Revit you have to make like if you're using leaders and if you're using dimensions and all those kind of stuff, you have to make all these families to be able to import it in your drawing to be able to use it. I found this way very a lot too much actually. So instead of going knowing precisely how it works and setting it up precisely, I just skipped that step, modeled my model in Revit so that I can have these cool material lists and costs and all these super cool 3D drawings and all these things that you cannot easily do in a different program. I just did it in Revit and then I exported it to DWG format that I can then import in my AutoCAD drawing as a Xref. And then I can further add leaders and dimensions in AutoCAD how I normally do. So then you will have basically the same outcome, a drawing, but just using the model from Revit. So guys, without further ado, let's get into this video. Welcome back guys. So as you just saw, this is my model that I have in Revit that I already draw a couple months ago. And here I have a floor plan of my foundation, and you have different sections of my building that I drew in Revit. And Revit is very cool when it comes to drawing buildings. It's very good to draw buildings because then you have all these extra cool stuff like my material list. And of course, you can add all kind of prices. You can see Revit even calculates like the area of the different discipline depending on how you categorize these things, and volumes, and also prices, which is total the material cost, and you have your total cost, and you also have a grand price, a grand total to the bottom of each and every section. So this you would have to set it up. It just don't happen just like that. In Revit, you have to set up each and everything, including my dimensions, my leaders, my how to say, my sections and everything. So I find this not so handy because I am accustomed of you just going into your sheets. Let's go into one of these sheets right here that I have. This one is called Foundation Plan. And as you can see, I don't really like much how this looks. The numbers are very big. I cannot just resize it how I want. You cannot just resize it. You have to scale everything. And what else? My ticks, I don't really like it either. And I can just talk very bad about this, but I guess there is a way to make it very nice and neat, but it'll cost me too much time and I don't know exactly how it works. I don't even want to get into it because it is a lot of work. As you can see, also my title block is also does not look like how I want it to look. So it has a lot of things that I don't feel like really setting up in this in Revit, because I just don't I am just new to Revit. If you are new to Revit too, I would say you will feel the same way, especially if you're coming from a AutoCAD world. So all these little things, it is already hard enough to even know how to draw in Revit when you're new in Revit. So that was just the biggest challenge. And now after I'm finished drawing everything I have to draw, now the next challenge is to dimension everything and make everything, let's say, visible for the one who is going to read my drawings. So instead of doing all of this, I have encountered a cool export tool that Revit has. And if you go to File, Export, and then Cut Format, you have this thing that's called DWG, basically format for AutoCAD. I've not saved my project. Okay, you can save it. And now it will pop up a window. Let's see, it's generating. It will pop up a window now with all kind of options. As you can see here, I already have a set, but normally it would just be for you guys. It will be current view sheet only. So I will just select the sheet that is currently active. So instead of selecting the sheet that is currently active, you can just go here and select set one, and then select all views and sheets in the model. So then it will look for all the sheets, all your 3D views, your floor plan views, your section views, your even your rendering that you did in Revit, and also your sheet views that I was speaking about that I really don't like how they look. So from here you can then select which views you want to export. So you can export multiple views if you like. Well, I would like to export my floor plan view, my cistern view, of course, all of these views, my electrical, first floor electrical view or floor plan, my plumbing, foundation, ground, roof, let's say, and second floor is not really needed. So I will deselect this one. The second floor is just as the first floor. Actually, not really. Let me just select this one too. And that's, in my case, for this tutorial, I would just export these views. And then I will click on next. You can also save this set by just clicking here, new set, and then they will ask you for a name, or you can just leave it this way, whatever set you created. Or actually, I did create this set. So as I said, first it will be on a current view, so the current drawing only. And then when you click on new set, then you have all your drawings. And then here you can just select which views you want to export. In my case, set one was what I needed, and this is now what all I selected. And here you can see all, or you can views in set. So only my views that are in my set right now currently. Now here you have also your export setup. So including your layers you want to export with from Revit. So now I will click on next. So those is the drawings I want. Here I have a couple I already exported. And here you can select the type of file you want. So DWG and then AutoCAD here, depending on your AutoCAD version, your software version you have. In my case, I have 2017, so I can choose 18, or else I won't be able to open it with my AutoCAD 2017. So I would just have to do export to 2013, and that way I will be able to open it. Now you click OK, and of course this will take a while. Now it's exporting all my Revit projects, my project views that I selected within my set. So that this is step one, basically, to export your views that you need, that you want within AutoCAD. Now this will take a while. So I will pause this video and then come back to you when it's done. So now that all my exporting is done, as you can see here, now I can select anything else. I mean, my export is done. You see, it will ask me to select different stuff. So now that my export is done, then I will close this Revit. I will save it, of course. I will close Revit because now I will move to my AutoCAD. So here we have an empty drawing from AutoCAD, and this is actually started from my template that I demonstrated in my other video. And here I will select now a layer that I can use to import all my drawings. So first of all, let us select a layer that we want to import it by. Let's see what's the best layer to let us import it on the floor plan layer. And now here, we will now import our drawings that we just exported. So you will click on this button right here. This is just Xref. It was external reference, meaning external reference. And then here we have our drawing. As you can see, it's not finding my logo. Why not? Let's see why not. It is. It's there. Oh well. One more time, sorry guys. External reference, and then you click on this button right here, DWG, and then you have to just browse to where you just exported your drawings to. In here, in my case, they are here, right here. So we have our floor plan base, cistern, floor plan electrical, floor plan plumbing, etc., etc. So let us see this one also. This one is kind of heavy, so I won't do this one for this tutorial. Let us just select these. And these sheets is also not needed. Those are the sheets that I did that didn't work out for me. So now I am now importing my drawings. As you can see, they are loading into my AutoCAD drawing very quickly and very easy. And now we have all these floor plan inserted into my AutoCAD. So now what you can do then is they are all one on top of each other. So then you have to just move them away from each other because they all are imported with the same base point, because they all were created. They are all from one building. So of course they are all in the same position. Okay. Oh, one more right here. I like to spread them out because then I can see where they are located, like the different drawings. And then this is how it will be looking. Okay, so now this one right here, these things that we see right here are my rebar that are in my drawing. Let's see, what is this one? This one is my floor plan ground. So it's just my ground floor plan. So this one, the rebar is not important. My dimensions that I tried doing is also not important. And what else? This right here is just my street that I draw in Revit. That is also not important. So now basically you just have to see what you want to just take off out of your drawing that are redundant. So to do that, I will mostly just open my drawing. And then I will check the layers that they are under. So this one is under C topo. So for this drawing, let us see, ground floor, floor plan grounds. Okay. So then if you go into your layer manager now, right on the Xref are all the imported drawing that we just imported. AutoCAD automatically does this for you. So then by ground, the one we just mentioned here would have the layer called C topo. Let us see. Wait a minute. Let's make this a little bigger so that we can see. Okay, so C topo we can then take off. So now it's gone. All my rebar also I want to take off because that is not relevant right now. I just draw the rebar because I needed to make my material list as accurate as possible. So here as rebar bar, we will also take off. Oh, oh, it was right here. So bar, so everything that has bar, as you can see, it is away. And then let's see what else. My dimensions I want to take off. That is not relevant. What else? This kind of hatch, I don't want to see it either. So let us see what layer it is under. Floor plan pattern, PATT. So the pattern we are going to also take off. So this one right here. So now you are looking for is a drawing as clean as possible. So this is good. This is okay. I can deal with this right here. It has all the important information I need for my ground floor without the extras. Now right here we have also our electrical stuff, our plumbing stuff. So it's up to you if you want to include this in this drawing, yes or not. Right here, what is this one? This one is our floor plan draw, first floor draw, plumbing. So in this one, of course, we will take away our electrical stuff. And in this one, you have your electrical stuff. So in this one, you will leave your electrical stuff. Of course, the pattern we will also delete in this one right here. And this one, we take away the rebar, all the rebars. That is not, well, actually, these don't look as bad. So we can leave this one. This is my foundation plan, I'm guessing, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, my base. So here we have a couple rebar that I did not want to export. This was not correct in the drawing. And the good thing about AutoCAD drawing is you can just either put it in a different layer or just delete it. Or you can delete it in your Revit. Actually, I had to delete it in my Revit model and then re-export it to this drawing. But I can do it this way also. And that's the thing I like about AutoCAD compared to like other program, to be honest, because AutoCAD is very flexible. So when you change something in your in your drawing, exported drawing, you have to reload your drawing within AutoCAD. So it will update whatever changes you made in your AutoCAD drawing. So here we have the example of all the things we need. Basically, here we have everything we need. So all that is left is for you to check each and every drawing what information you want to exclude from your drawing. Now, the next step that you can do, it is not a must, but I like to do this, is use your help, how it is called again? Help frame, basically, or help borders. Yes, my help borders. And what my help borders are is they are an area given in my model space that's fit within my paper space that is already preset. So here you can see it is preset to this area. So if I draw with out of that area, it won't be visible in this area. That is just preset so that you can have an idea of if you're in the right position, yes or not. And this is also dynamic. And if you like these borders, you can always look up. I have a video how I made these borders. I will link the link up above. So this is called help border, and this one is scale 1 on 20, and you can just scale it to 1 on 100. As you can see, 1 on 100. Even though I don't need such a big border for this one, let us choose a A3 paper instead of A0 paper because I don't have a A0 printer. It does not work right now. So I will just use the A3 because I do have an A3 printer right now. I would just use the A3 border, help border, so I can then um, put these drawings within that help border. So this is my roof view according to me. Sorry guys, my AutoCAD is taking a lot, but that have to do with the fact that it has a lot of geometry right now and it's imported from um, the exports from Revit, and it has difficulties reading everything quickly. If you have a better computer than mine, this will go much easier. But in my case, it sticks a little bit if I zoom in or I zoom out a little too much. So for this example, a very small example actually, let us use for this one, I will use the A3 paper, but then not 1 on 100 because the drawing is not that big. Let us choose 1 on 50 to start out. Okay, so right here. And this one is my A4 paper, but I won't be using this one because my A3 paper is enough right now. And here you can see that the um, title block will be within this part. So I cannot put any drawing in that part either. So what I will do is I will move this to the corner as much as possible. And here, let's see, we can move this way to give it a little bit of space to the side and also to the top right here. So that is that. And now I can then add my dimensions. The whole idea for making this is to be able to add dimensions freely and not having to make all kind of families and stuff just to add dimensions. So now you can just add your dimensions to your drawing. And of course, you can choose the dimension size you need for the drawing. So I have a size 1 on 50, as I just said. So I will also use dimension style 50. So my text will be evenly good, a good size basically. So here we can now dimension everything freely. I will just do this part so you can see what I mean. Okay, so now basically you can just dimension anything else. This is my electrical plan for my first floor or my first apartment, so you can see. So this is my first apartment with a couple of dimensions on it. So now you can just go to my A3 paper space, and it is 1 on 50 size. Let us send this to the back. Order, send back. And now you can select your view. So first of all, make sure my view is right here. And it is 1 on 50 because that's the size I use. Move and set it right here. So as you already saw, my grid lines or my grid balls are out of my drawing. That is not a problem. That's a good thing about AutoCAD and viewports. You can just easily close it up. So it will be nice and neat. And then you just copy paste your viewport in a corner and paste it in the same corner 2 times because we have two grids. We have a grid on the left side and we have the grid on the top. So here all you gotta do is just bring it down to the size you need and move your viewport down to fit within your drawing and just attach it back right here. And do the same for the other side. Move and just reattach it. You can also just move the whole drawing, but I just want to show you that anything is possible when it comes to AutoCAD, as you already know, and it's very easy to use and very easy to modify. So here you can also add text if you need any text within your drawing. And what else? Of course, you would need to identify what these things, these symbols are. So this is so basically anything, any other information you have to apply or make known to the person reading your drawing, you can now add right here and just add it to, and then show it within your drawing. This is the example I already had, as you can see here. This is the example I just showed you. Here, I already did my measurements from where my light is located, from my grid line, and also where my other light is located. So when my electrician is there, he know where to position my lights and my sockets that I need in my apartment. And also here, as I said, we have a list of the different stuff, what they are. So here we have an isolated ground socket. So that is that symbol for. And then if we go to our view paper space for this right here, this is my, let's see, my electrical plan. I think is this one. Let's see. Nope, it's not. Look at right here, electrical plan 01. So here we have it. And here we have the different symbols and what they mean. These lines right here are just my help lines. You won't see it when I press view or example or when I export it. Right here you can see that this is not good, so I will bring this down. That is because I changed my drawing. So right here you have everything that is good furthermore. So for each and every plan or every drawing that you have, you can do these things. Like here, right here, I have my 3D view. And in my 3D view, I found it important to annotate what these things were, like my column, my floor, and the size, the beams. And here, the person who is reading my drawing can have a more better understanding. Also, with a couple of detail views and my section view, and here with leaders that I added in AutoCAD to make my life especially much easier, because when you're trying to do this in Revit, it is possible, as I said, and I sure there are many people maybe watching this video that know exactly how to do this. But as I said from the beginning, I'm new in Revit, so I did not feel like I needed to get all into it like that. I just draw my model in Revit and then exported all my views and then add it to my AutoCAD drawing as a Xref. Also with these things in Revit, you can also do these things, but I just decided to do everything within AutoCAD. So eventually you will have a whole big bunch of drawings that you have in AutoCAD. And the good thing about AutoCAD too is you have one drawing with everything in it. So one stop for everything. All your information is within one drawing. So now all it is left to do is within your drawings after you're finished doing all of these things and adding dimensions and information and leaders, annotations, and making sure everything is good according to your tastes. Then all that is left to do is to export it as your a PDF or whatever you like, or just send it to the printer. So to do that, we have export all these tabs in one time. You have go to your A, and then you have print, and then you have batch plot. No, I do not want to redefine my layers. And now it will add all of these tabs to the list. So right here, we have all my tabs to the list. It also added my unsaved drawing right here because it has this button click, automatically load all open drawings. If you want, you can unselect this one so that next time you open this option, it won't select everything from all the drawings that you have open, just the current drawing you are using at the moment. So now you can just delete them. You can also select many and delete in one time. And now you have I have the list of all my drawings, and I want to also publish in the background. Why? Because then you can work further while this is plotting, or you can unselect it and then it will just be active while, and you cannot do anything else with AutoCAD but just wait. The difference is when you choose to publish in the background, it will publish it. You can work further. The only um, bad side to this option is that it will take a little bit longer to publish. And if you select that you don't want to publish in the background, the good thing is that it will be done quicker, but you cannot use AutoCAD until it is done publishing. So you choose basically. I will choose now to publish in the background. Actually, I will just publish like this because publish in the background, all we'll do is just publish in the background. You will see anything else. And if you choose not to publish in the background, it will just publish right here. Now, since I've selected right here to publish to PDF, it is asking me where I want to save my PDF. I already saved this drawing, as you can see right here, but let us just make a different version of it. A for whatever, just a different version. So now one or more drawings have unsaved changes. Do you want to save? No, it won't save the changes you had just made. So let us see, and it asking us for the layers to recognizable layers, but if you want, you can recognize it. I'm gonna choose no, and also no. And the bad thing about choosing in without background, that it will ask this question for each and every drawing. But if you choose to publish in background, it won't ask this question again if you have that question every time popping up. So just click on no every time it asks you. And I will pause this video now so that because this will take a while. It has 18 drawings to publish. So I will come back when they are all finished. So now that my AutoCAD drawing is done exporting or publishing to PDF. Now here we have the outcome of it all. And here we have all my sheets or all my paper space all in one PDF that I can just send to let's say your engineering or your constructor so he can review your model or your building. So this is very easy. This is very much more easier to do than having to make it in Revit, because in Revit you will have to make a sheet for each and every one of these. Whereas in AutoCAD, you just have to set them in your model space where you want to and just make your paper space view for each and every sheets, add your annotations that you need, and your dimensions that you want within your drawing, and also your let's say your how this is called. I can't remember the name. Renvoy. I call it Renvoy. I don't know if it's called like that in English. But then you have your information for what the different things mean. This is my rebar 3D drawing. It is not really necessary, but I found it cool, so I just added it to my also to my sheet. And you have your plumbing, and here you can also just add your different floor, your information to your title block. This is a next title block, by the way, guys, and what I had in my template, because this one I did it with a different template. So then you have your, you just fill in your title block for each and every drawing in your paper space, and you just export it to PDF or whatever you like, whether it is PDF or export it to your printer, publish it to your printer, all in one go, instead of having to go in Revit and make each and every one of those family just to be able to use dimensions. I found it ridiculously extra, much extra to do. But I always said maybe have a lot of people out there that are very handy in Revit that don't mind doing these things or have it already made. I will one day decide to go more in depth into Revit and maybe try and figure out how you set up this thing properly, that when you have a Revit drawing or AutoCAD drawing, it won't have a big difference. But that is for the future, guys. Well, I hope, guys, that you enjoyed this video. I hope that if you are like me, that are a new beginner in Revit but very advanced in AutoCAD, or just a beginner in AutoCAD but you're more handy in AutoCAD than in Revit, I suggest use this method that I use to export your Revit views to DWG and then import it into your AutoCAD drawing. It is very handy. I find it very handy myself. So, and it's very easy, especially if you have an AutoCAD background. Then you won't have to switch again your way of thinking, your way of doing things between Revit and AutoCAD extremely. Because the two programs, even though they are made with Autodesk, they are extremely different either way. So, guys, I will see you next time in my next video. So, bye for now.